What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for understanding that YouTube is now run by AI. Well, it is allowing general discussions about crypto, NFTs, blockchain technology, and so on, and that's all that this video is. It's not a promise, promotion, suggestion, recommendation, or guarantee of any kind. It is simply you and I going over the latest news, talking about the latest price action, and of course going over all of the market analytics as well. Now, we're going to start with Shiba Inu coin here, and we can see that Shiba Inu coin did a good job. It posted together 4 green days in a row, and yesterday's doji candle was, it's not really a doji because we didn't really go down, but we attempted to break this level of resistance at the 50-day moving average. It got rejected, and now the good news is it's not giving up any of that price action, but it's trying to decide where to go from here. The overall market is experiencing some uncertainty right now. Bitcoin attempting 73, now it's sitting at 70. Ethereum attempting 22, now it's sitting at 2,000, almost 2,100. And Solana 93, down to about 87 at the moment. So a little indecision amongst the bulls and bears. We're going to try and figure out if we could post another green line on the screen. 6 green lines if we do close green today, which would be absolutely incredible. So we're seeing some strength, even though it's not resulting in major, rallies. We're still seeing a lot of strength there. The overall market, very similar, but of course pulling back a little bit from those intraday highs that we hit yesterday. Bitcoin sitting here at 70, almost 71, Ethereum almost 21, $87 Solana, and so on. Green on the week is what everybody should be focused on. We're starting to see those bottoms have been hit, and now we're on our way to the upside as the Fear and Greed Index is rising, which is always good news. But let's take a look at what these analysts have to say about the price of Shiba Inu coin. It says Shiba Inu shows improving momentum and stabilizing indicators support a fresh rebound test near key resistance levels. Notably, Shiba Inu coin is posting a modest intraday recovery, rising 4% over the 24 hours to about 594 points per coin. And of course, you can see it at about 594 points per coin today, exact same level that it was when they wrote this article. It says the price action is now holding near the upper end of the daily range after a steady climb from early session lows. The chart shows a sharp upward push during the first half of the session, followed by a period of consolidation as Shiba Inu coin gave back part of its peak at 603. This pattern points towards improving short-term momentum, although the token still faces pressure from a weak, broader trend. And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Coming up here in testing, we actually tested about 630 points per coin. Resistance, technically earlier today, but it would have been last night, right? So looking at this candle here, we came up, we tested 630, almost 640 points per coin. Got rejected off of it, and we are back down a little bit right now to 594 points per coin. Now, the analysts go on to say that can Shiba Inu coin pose a stronger rebound? Well, the answer is absolutely yes, guys. The overall market is still just covered in absolute fear. This is why we're not seeing the massive rallies and the massive rebounds that everybody expects. Shiba Inu coin's daily chart shows early signs of stabilization, but the indicator mix still leans cautious. It says the average true range sits near 34.89 and continues to trend lower, which signals fading volatility and quieter trading environment after recent swings. At the same time, the awesome oscillator remains below the zero line at negative, I don't know what that is, 670 zeros and a 2367, confirming that bearish momentum has not fully disappeared. However, the histogram has been moving and improving with smaller negative bars and more positive ones. Prices also started to print a short sequence of green candles, suggesting the buyers are attempting to regain control near 595 points per coin. Taken together, these indicators point to a tentative recovery phase rather than a confirmed breakout. And like I say, this is a short stint of green candles here, but 5 green candles has not been hit since prior to September of last year. Guys, we haven't been able to string together 5-6 green days in over 6 months. Think about that. It has been predominantly bearish. It has been predominantly fearful. And here we are rising in price as the overall sentiment is rising. which is a very good sign. So SHIB is beginning to look interesting to these analysts. It says elsewhere on social media, Shiba Inu coin is starting to look interesting. Chart supports a view that the price rebounds towards key levels around 590 after a prolonged downtrend. Per the analysts out there, it says a clear break and sustained hold above 590 points per coin would suggest that buyers are regaining control and could open the door to a stronger relief rally. Now, regaining 590 may be a little early. A lot of other analysts are going to be looking towards this 100-day moving average, which is about 750 points per coin, 720 points per coin right now. And, of course, the 200-day moving average up at about 900 points per coin. Significant breaks would mean a break back up above the 1,000 point per coin level. And the interesting part to me is nobody is going to want to buy Shiba Inu coin at 590 points per coin, but they're all going to start coming back above 1,000 points per coin. People always wait, not until it's too late, because I do believe Shiba Inu coin can go well above 1,000 points per coin, right? It's done it plenty of times in the past, so it's not too late, but why not get in earlier? Right, I believe in it longer term. I believe in meme coins getting a rebound. I believe in retail returning to the cryptocurrency space. So I simply accumulate now.